Let's bring in retired Navy SEAL officer Mike Sarraille and former Special Assistant U.S. Attorney and JAG officer Don Brown. Pleasure to have you both. Mike, I'm going to start with you. And look, I think these six, Senator Kelly, they can spin this any way they want, but the average American sees this as Democrats telling military men and women not to listen to the commander-in-chief. And they view that as a very serious thing. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I've got to say this, Bob. First off, they keep saying illegal orders. There's no such thing as illegal orders. We call them unlawful orders, not to get into semantics. So the fact that 6 Democratic sitting lawmakers thought that this was a good idea, having served in the military, it's beyond us veterans. And I think here's the primary thing. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth said it. It undermines good order and discipline. Putting it in the heads of our soldiers that, orders are optional erodes that, but even more so, it's the civilian leadership over the military that is eroded by conduct of some of our national leaders. And so they should be held to the highest extent of the law, which I believe is 18 U.S. Code 2387, which unfortunately says it is a federal crime to interfere with the U.S. military during a time of war.
Don, Alyssa Slotkin said her primary concern was President Trump using military against American citizens. That was reported by Breitbart. However, also when she was asked there on the clip we showed about what illegal orders may have been given by the commander-in-chief, she had no answer. Your reaction to kind of that confusing response from her?
Look, the Democrats know about as much about the Constitution and the UCMJ as I can read Chinese or Mandarin. They're just blabbing. Listen, American presidents since the beginning of the Republic have used military force to protect Americans overseas, beginning with the Barbary Wars when Thomas Jefferson sent the Marine Corps and the Navy to protect American interests. Abraham Lincoln seized the British ship, the RMS Trent, that had a Confederate sympathizer. Even Franklin Roosevelt gave shoot-on-kill orders prior to Pearl Harbor to the American Navy to sink German U-boats. Reagan went into Panama, into Grenada, and Bush into Panama, and Bill Clinton ordered the blockade of Haiti. So their claims are ridiculous. But because Mark Kelly is a retired Navy captain, he is subject to being recalled under the UCMJ. And as Mike pointed out, this does undermine good order and discipline under Article 134, and it meets the definition of sedition under Article 94 for attempting to undermine civilian authority. It is contempt toward the president, violating Article 88. There are about 5 or 6 different articles of the UCMJ that Kelly has clearly violated here. And my buddy Pete Hegseth, who I've worked with in the past, means business, and this sort of thing cannot happen because the Democrats will continue to do it, and it endangers our service members. If somebody doesn't comply with an order because one of these Democrat idiots has ordered them not to, another American could get killed. It is the height of irresponsibility, and I hope to see some action taken here.